Excuse me, miss, but Lord Risky would like you to have this special VIP pass.
Why do we need a pass if we're already on the ride?
Yeah, good point.
What the fuck?
Everything is awesome.
Ever since I saw Pan Pizza announce via a YouTube community post that he'll be making a video covering every LEGO movie ever in order of release, not only got me excited for what his video had to offer at the time, especially of how much I've been loving his newer videos lately, but it got me thinking of a certain piece of LEGO movie material that not many people, both inside and outside the LEGO movie fanbase itself, know about, even after Pan's LEGO movie video released before the new year. Hold on to your double D's, cause this is LEGO Movie 4D, a new adventure. A 4D film attraction that contains a 12-minute short film starring the cast of the first LEGO movie and has been screened across many LEGOland theme parks since 2016. Don't worry, you can also be able to view in all of its HD glory on YouTube if you're ever curious. Besides, I've never been to any LEGOland park in my life. But that don't matter anyways, cause I wanna shed some light on this piece of LEGO movie history, baby! So without any further ado, let's get this show on the road. So the LEGO Movie 4D takes place after events of the first LEGO movie, where here, Emmett, Wildstyle, and the rest of their master building pals are invited to take a trip to Legoland, only to quickly find out they ended up in a bootleg version of the theme park known as Brick World, run by Lord Business's older brother, Risky Business, voiced by Patton Oswalt, aka Jesse from Minecraft Story Mode, and Remy from Pixar's Ratatouille. The theme park features rides based off the film's iconic moments, such as Emmett's breakfast with a plant merry-go-round, aka my attention span in a nutshell.
Pretty cool, huh? What do you think?
I was just hoping my ride would have been a bit more exciting.
I'm doing the best I can, buddy.
Not too long after visiting their attractions, Benny, Metalbeard, and Unikitty would eventually be under Risky's control, thanks to his robot henchmen hypnotizing them with VIP wristbands. Just as Risky thought he'd finally outmeasure Michael Eisner's corporate pinga successfully, all would come crumbling down quick. With help from viewers like you, thank you, Emmett and Wildstyle were able to free their friends from becoming part of modern slavery with the power of lemonade. The end. Friendly reminder that all of what I described to you about the LEGO Movie 4D from start to finish isn't canon to the franchise it's based off of. Trust me, Wikipedia told me so you don't have to. That could definitely explain why the characters are more so treated like celebrities, which, come to think of it, reminds me of those behind the bricks featurettes that were made to promote the first 3 LEGO movies. All of the actors from LEGO Movie 1 reprised their respective roles here except for Chris Pratt, who provided the voice of Emmett in the original movie, as that was instead given to Anthony Locascio Jr. According to the actor's Wikipedia article, Chris was unavailable around the time of LEGO Movie 4D's production, hence why Anthony took over. Years later, Anthony would voice Emmett again, this time in the LEGO Movie 2's tie-in video game in 2019. If there's anything to go by, I think Anthony did an okay job voicing Emmett, with my only big issue being that he makes the special sound a little too young, if that makes any sense.
President Business is gonna end the world? But he's such a good guy. In Octan, they make good stuff.
Oh boy, can't wait to see all those traumatizing events that we almost didn't live through recreated for fun. It's been so long, all I want is excitement.
Keith Ferguson does a much better job impersonating Pratt's performance anyways. As for the writing, it's alright I guess. Nothing too major worth noting other than a couple of callbacks to the first LEGO movie, including a scene where they play a copyright-free version of Everything is Awesome, even down to recreating the instrumental from the original track. Way to prevent yourselves from getting sued.
This is legal under fair use.
Besides that, the whole film feels like a scrapped premise for an episode of a Saturday morning cartoon. The pacing is especially strange. Normally I'd be fine with watching a piece of media that happens to be at a fast pace, but it's almost as if this whole film is walking on a treadmill and randomly changing the speed of it every few seconds. That's probably the best way to me to describe it. So, you know how co-writer of Monster House Rob Schrab was going to direct a LEGO Movie 2, but left the project in early 2017? Well, not only was he the director of LEGO Movie 4D, but he also happened to be the film's co-writer. Maybe that's why he was originally slated for director during LEGO Movie 2's production? Speaking of Rob, he also happens to provide the voice of Planty as well as the man of the audience. Yeah.
You guys called the police?
Yeah, you told us to.
We were up here fighting for our lives, and you just sat there clapping.
It was very exciting.
Easily Probably the most notable aspect of LEGO My Ego 4D is definitely the animation. While it carries the same crude details and limited movements that made the LEGO Movie franchise distinct from most CG movies, you can definitely tell how obviously low the budget feels most of the time, especially with how the faces of the characters are animated. What is this, Incredibox 09? There are even moments where the frame rate on certain shots look a little smooth, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of the animation style the LEGO Movie's always been successful at emulating. The production company behind the look of the 4D film, Pure Imagination Studios, are no stranger to anything related to LEGO, as they've done a couple of other stuff for the toy company over the years, including a LEGO Batman featurette as well as this COVID-19 PSA featuring Eminent and Wildstyle that definitely look leagues better in terms of emulating stop-motion LEGO films. So I can't be all that harsh on the visuals for this short alone. I especially like some of the lighting in Metalbeard's Pirate Plunder Jameser Cave and Lord Risky's lair.
What the fuck?
Since this short is presented in 4D, you might be wondering what effects are used to make the audience feel like they're part of this world made of plastic bricks. And to answer that, there are actually a couple used throughout its 12-minute runtime, such as fog, wind, lighting, and if I can recall, I remember a comment from one of the YouTube uploads of LEGO Movie 4D claiming that there also happens to be water effects used as well, possibly for a couple of scenes that involve liquid like the aforementioned lemon water. Another theme common among 4D film attractions is whenever characters would interact with the audience.
Get on! In the history of the Krusty Krab, we have never served an incomplete patty, and we're not gonna! Not on my watch!
Normally, the self-awareness of the character being watched by a bunch of strangers would reoccur throughout, but for the LEGO Movie 4D's case, Eminent Wildstyle just happened to know the existence of the audience around the third act. Pretty odd that awareness only happens in the very last few minutes of the film, but I wouldn't be surprised if there are other 4D films that are like this. For a 4D film attraction based off of one of the best toy commercials of the 21st century, the LEGO Movie 4D is obviously far from perfect with its mid-writing and animation, yet at the same time, you at least can't say they didn't try. There's plenty of effort and love put into the whole project, and Pure Imagination Studios has improved on emulating the LEGO Movie stop-motion feel since the attraction's release. This wouldn't be Legoland's only contribution to this franchise, however, as in 2019, a month after the LEGO Movie 2 premiered in theaters, the LEGO Movie World was launched, replacing the world of Chima, featuring rides and displays themed around the film's sequel. Here's to hoping that the legacy of the LEGO Movie franchise still goes strong, especially knowing that the first movie will be 10 years old next year.
From the farthest reaches of imagination comes a Lego space set with all kinds of pieces to build all kinds of spacecraft, like this.
I think it should have a big middle part and two little sides that stick out. Yeah, that's it.
My ship should be long, with lots of booster engines. And see, it can even carry things.
Number 928, one of the new Lego Space series. Each set sold separately. Lego, a new toy every day.
A man has fallen into the river in Lego City.